The Bottle Episode. It was an episode of Teen Titans Go where the Titans are stuck in a bottle and they use that time to reminisce about older episodes. Robin plays the straight man who wants to escape from the bottle to have a new adventure. However, little does he know, he's stuck within a clip show. For those who don't know, a clip show is an episode that primarily involves taking clips from multiple other episodes, with only the narrative itself being the new aspect of this new episode. It's similar to a bottle episode, an episode designed to save a lot of money by using a limited amount of resources. For the former, I'd point to This Is Your Backstory from Phineas and Ferb. Doofenshmirtz makes a device that extracts his memory to put on the screen via a traditional clip show. And with the latter, I'd point to Zim Eats Waffles, an episode that primarily takes place from about 2 or 3 camera angles for the entire episode if you take out the beginning and end. However, sometimes an episode could be both a clip show and a bottle episode, and that just so happened to be the most important episode of 2020. I'd like to thank everyone who's been following me on Instagram. I posted this very episode over there, got a lot of support. I'm loving the new style, I hope you guys do too. And you can go and join Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Amino, my new subreddit, all by going to alphaj.show/panda and joining the Panda Armada today. So Glitch Text, everyone who likes it most likely enjoys the characters, their interactions, the art style, the energetic pace, among many other things. I'd be hard pressed to find someone with a solid argument that the show is lazy, discounting any I think it is because it is arguments. However, when this episode dropped, it was received mixed, at best. It's called Find the Glitch, and it was a very simple plot. Within the Hinobi tech base, Inspector 7, who was seen within the 3rd episode of the 1st season tutorial mode, plans to shut down this Hinobi branch from maintenance on the servers, under the suspicion of there being a wild glitch among them.
You're all going to play a little game called Find the Glitch. All right, open the envelopes in front of you and peek at the card inside. Only one card has been secretly marked Glitch.
With no one peeking at any other envelope, it is the job of the team to deduce who would be the glitch, with the technology of seeing all of their memories via their gauntlets. How these gauntlets, which were on their wrists, were able to get these camera angles is beyond me, but they do start, and they go guns blazing. I should state that they're under the pretenses of this being a game, and that the actual glitch isn't a person. That's what they believe right now. They're not treating this seriously at all, and see this more as a way to kill time while the server's down. Bergie is up first with everyone voting him as the glitch and us seeing montages from a previous episode. However, the point of all of this is to question exactly what I spoke about with the gauntlets. However, it also does something else that's subtle. Because Miko is the one to bring up the question about how they have this on video, it fuels her curiosity to know more about all of the other moments that they share together. Not saying that she has a bad memory, but with a focus like hers, I can see her scrolling through the memories the way that one would a new subreddit that they found or to perfectly cut Scream's Twitter, and this sets the pattern of Miko messing with the memory generating rather than deducing who the glitch is, which will be important later. It's a wonderful but nuanced way to have Miko set up her role within the episode. Inspector 7 states very firmly and bluntly that they cannot leave until they find the glitch setting up this black blank background.
Alright, so who pulled the glitch card?
I don't think that's how it works, Zara.
How does it work now, Glitch?
Trying to deflect suspicion, Zara?
He who detects it deflects it.
Considering that one of the most popular games this year ultimately came down to conversations like this, I can understand how timely my review on it is. Finally, I'm late, but it actually helps with the review. There's a reason why a lot of us are drawn to games like Among Us, Town of Salem, Murder Mystery, and the like. In fact, in my Discord, we run a Mafia-esque game similar to Town of Salem, and it's become quite the popular server activity, and it's basically this, mostly to the town's detriment. It's exciting to watch because as they accuse, you think of all of the different options in your head because at this moment in time, you don't know who the glitch is. Except if you've seen my other 2 reviews, in case it's pretty obvious, but let's pretend that I hit you over the head with a bamboo stick and you suffered from Alpha J Show Glitch Tech video memory loss. Miko really drives the point home that they can view anything that has been recorded, so why not ask for a neat package of 5 saying weird things, or Miko saying weird things, and admittedly for a clip show, it's rather standard for what you get. However, they do make certain transformative changes that are questionable.
Fine, show me clips of Mitch Williams being crazy awesome.
That's more like it.
But add fart sounds.
What?
I'm not saying that this episode is the best ever, and in fact, important doesn't equal best, unless you find what the world is going through right now to be the best, because it surely is important. In fact, this episode is not that good, and I wouldn't even call it the best or top 3 of the season alone. However, what it stands for puts it above the rest. It's when they push the blame onto Hanish, who reveals that he is a glitch, what a game thrower, that we truly get into some more interesting things. However, seeing that the walls didn't come down, they suspect that the glitch isn't what they usually think of to be a glitch, but rather a person. Now they're not taking it as a game, now they're taking it more seriously. As such, they're back to square one, pointing fingers at everyone. Mitch accuses Fives under the premise of his only season 1 episode that focused on him, Smashosaurus, where his friend was turned into a glitch that converted him. A similar situation would happen with Mitch this season. Just replace the mind control with the full cloning incident and the blame is put back on him. However, he quickly points out that everyone was glitch. As the fingers are being thrown, more clips are shown to prove their points. It's here where you're wondering, Jay, what you're describing appears to be a pretty decent clip show, much less the most important episode of 2020. We've had great episodes from The Owl House, Amphibia, Rise of the TMNT, Craig of the Creek, Infinity Train, and all of those got beat out by a clip show? Well, debatable clickbait aside, I would never use a title like this if I didn't have a compelling argument to back it up.
Man, slow days are so slow. So man.
What game are you guys playing?
Board game based on a video game, based on a movie, based on a cartoon, based on a movie, based on a board game, based on a cartoon, based on a movie, based on a video game, based on a movie, based on a cartoon.
You want a cookie?
Based on a movie, based on a board game, based on a...
I'd argue that the best episodes are the ones that are the funniest, most compelling, technically stunning, or send you on an emotional roller coaster with a great payoff, or something else that engages us on a level that's unmatched. However, from what I've noticed, the most important episodes, or most important shows, are the ones that teach us a lesson, often teaching us within the act. It wasn't until we heard the stories of shows like The Secret Saturdays, Harvey Beaks, Chowder, Invader Zim, Danny Phantom, and the like, where, as a great fan, you notice how these shows are treated that we invest our time into. Regardless of what you think about Nickelodeon now, they have an incredible legacy. They've created one of the most popular cartoons of the millennium so far, and have dominated in a room of 3 when it comes to consistent television animation directed towards a younger audience in the United States. Artists from around the world flock to companies like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney, among others, to place their mark on the world with their idea that they might have felt a strong connection with for years, and whether through corporate meddling, budget reasons, talent walking out, dropping the ball somewhere, these shows that many of us connect with on a very deep level are changed for the worse, removed, virtually always with no explanation to the audience of why. With the advent of the internet and a bubbling community of animation fans, we're generally able to piece together as much as we're giving access to when it comes to behind the scenes nature of all of these shows. However, unlike most of the shows this year, I've seen a lot of behind the scenes information coming from 2 shows, Infinity Train and Glitchtex, 2 shows on different networks fighting the exact same battle, justifying an extra season on a network that doesn't seem that intuitive to make their money back. When you sit back and think about the way that these cartoons work, they're given a budget, they're told to not go over, and produce within that. Everything from paying the artists, animators, voice actors, writers, all the talent that goes into these 11-minute, 22-minute bodies of work, all must be divvied up between the amount of episodes they plan to produce within a season, and that's not even counting deadlines. However, not every show's ad revenue is built like a SpongeBob or a Steven Universe, where you can slap it on anything and there is a bubbling fan base that will support it. In addition to ads and licensing, you can easily find merch of anything SpongeBob, Steven Universe, We Bare Bears, Adventure Time, and the like. DVD sales here, video game there. In a sense, a lot of these shows are given a task to make their money back to justify the popularity and to justify giving more money for a new season. It's the reason why often you read articles talking about seasons, they use the word order. Nickelodeon orders a season. Netflix orders a season. But stand back and think about this from a corporate executive. I'm going to hire you to be my corporate executive. This show, Glitchtex, has no merch, no game, no product placement as far as I'm aware of, minimal if any advertising beyond Netflix and maybe a smaller channel here or there, no ads as Netflix is a ad-free platform, as nothing. However, as early as last year, there were reports that Netflix has millions in debt and still continues to compete outside of the ad-supported sphere, like like YouTube. But think about it. Beyond just viewer support, how does GlitchTex make money? Have you ever seen a shirt to buy? Even if you weren't going to? Did they ever announce a video game? Were there any noticeable sponsors or product placement within the show? Does your local wholesaler have toys around the show? Are there ads before you watch an episode? No! The entire show seems to rest within Netflix internal analytics, which no one has any access to, and how they feel the show pulls in viewers and keeps them on the platform. So in a sense, when the creators are telling you to binge Infinity Train and binge Netflix like there's no tomorrow, it's because that is legitimately, as far as I can tell, the only way you can support the show right now. This is the positioning that Nickelodeon and Netflix put this show in, and it is because of this bigger issue right here that leads into episodes like this. Regardless of if the staff wanted to make an episode like this or not, with a bigger budget they would have had more options, because they would have had a die-hard fan base. Look at other shows. Forget SpongeBob and forget Steven Universe and We Bare Bears Adventure Time. Look at Ninjago. You can watch it on the app, TV, buy the season, DVD. We got the video game on Switch in my household, toys, maybe merch, licensing all around. It's a part of Lego. There's a bigger reason why that show went on to have multiple seasons, even though there's not even a lot of people who talk about it. They have their fan base. They've connected with their fan base in a way that they're communicating directly to them. And next to shows like Adventure Time and Steven Universe, I'd argue produce just as many die-hard fan bases if we were to put it in proportion of the total fans of that show. There's a bigger reason why these shows have went on to have multiple seasons. TMNT is not around just because of the fact that it's a cool concept. There's a reason why Rise of the TMNT had a toy line. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that creators who want to monetize their show are in the wrong. In fact, I wouldn't have it any other way. There should be at the very least a GlitchTech poster or t-shirt. Think about a Hinobi Tech poster or a shirt that has the design of Miko on it. What about stickers? You're telling me that a show about gamers rising together to defeat glitches can't have a game on the App Store or Steam? But here's the thing. The people in charge of budgeting these shows do not believe that GlitchTex has the ability to return on any higher investment than what they gave. And that's why we have episodes like this, the Clip Show episode.
Hey, you guys ever wonder how many times we've actually said the word glitch?
Now loading.
Glitch, glitch,
Glitch,
Glitch, glitch.
glitch, glitch,
glitch, glitch,
glitch,
glitch,
glitch.
glitch, glitch.
Is this lazy considering what the show could offer? Yes. Is it valid to feel angry when watching this episode? Of course. Should you say that this episode really isn't all that great? Absolutely. But don't forget why you feel that way. I feel like a lot of people have that similar feeling of this episode being meh, but don't understand that it is that indifference towards the shows you like that can lead to more of this happening. At the very least, even if you aren't a fan of GlitchTex, we can all agree that as fans, we'd want the shows that we'd like to go on for as long as they should, whether story-wise or creator decision or some other third variable, with no show going on longer or shorter than it needs to. While an ideal situation like that would never happen because of so many hands and opinions on a singular project, that doesn't mean that we can't start making the corrective direction today. And to give you the best example of what this episode could have been, let's kind of describe the part that everyone would talk about from this episode. Mitch takes command and directs the suspicion towards Five. However, upon inspection, everyone comes together and says Fives can't possibly be the glitch.
Five's not the glitch! Well, of course he isn't. But now that I've got your attention again, we can concentrate on the real culprit. All this time, you've been wound up to go in silly circles, while the real glitch has been drawing attention away from herself. Isn't that right, Miko?
It's here, where episodes like the very first of each season gets brought up again. While Miko would try to divert attention again, Mitch begins to tell the story of Miko as a Hinobi Tech employee and fan.
Miko was one of the only players to log in remotely to the Hinobi Smash Ball tournament earlier this year. Five shot her ball into the hoop for the winning shot that day, causing a glitch that nearly took down the entire store.
She doesn't reset, and her friends know about that. She'd break her gauntlet, alert more people about Hinobi Tech, earlier in this season sneak unauthorized people onto the base, release and befriend glitches, refuse to follow orders, and everything else that adds up to her being the glitch. She tries to explain or divert the attention away from it, but this time, everyone believes Mitch. He goes with a very logical argument. Miko's reflexes and gaming skills are insane. She'd have to be a glitch under the premise of not being able to reset alone, right? That alone should have solved this. Well, Fibes brings a different argument.
What if Miko was a glitch? What would any of you do about it? Zap her with your gauntlets? Not all glitches are monsters. What about Ali? Or Alpha? Even Bit is part glitch. All our tech, everything we rely on, is made from pixel technology, the same as glitches are. If Miko can be a glitch, that also means glitches can be intelligent, brave, funny, and loyal.
Pushing the fact that he didn't refute any of Mitch's points and his argument boiled down to even if she was a glitch, I like her and think she's smart, and that means she can't all be bad. It's a nice sentiment. We've really gotten to see these characters grow and evolve over these 2 seasons, and it's been amazing to follow. With Fibes punching the selector wheel, the walls come down, and there's an indecision. Now imagine this with a bigger budget. The story scope would be much bigger. Maybe it wouldn't have been a clip show. Maybe it would have, but the payoff to something else would be grander. Maybe there'd be more episodes, 12, 15, however many to pace the story better. My point comes down to, this is the most important episode of 2020 because it shows a direct example of what a show would have to do with limited support. So above any great story, character development, animation, Marvel, or anything else to me, the most important thing is making sure that this medium here, animation, continues to go forward and that we have the ability to support it, both in free and paid ways, so that we can have a say in the shows that we'd like to go on.
Oh, good news, everybody. Looks like we found our glitch.
And here he is. Little bugger's been gumming up the works for months now.
That's the glitch?
Yeah.
And there's the big switch. Mitch apologizes, however Inspector 7 says something really interesting. When asked to be reassured that there was no glitch in human form among them within the facility, she says anything is possible. So just because Mitch pointed out a lot of things that could add up to anything, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's a glitch. She could just be hyperactive, have ADD, or just be in a regular case. But it also doesn't mean that maybe Miko actually is a glitch. It's one of the most important questions I've had about the show since episode 1, and while this episode doesn't answer it, it gave me so much more to talk about than any other episode this year. Remember that this doesn't just apply to this show, but any show that you're a fan of. If you can, make sure to support Glitch Text or any show that you would like to see go on, in a free way or a paid way. There's so many free ways, just talking about it, watching, binging the shows, organizing a watch party, fan art, letting the creators know, letting Cartoon Network know. Don't feel like because of the fact that you don't have money that you can't support something. Until then, thank you so much for being with me, Armada. Until next time, take care. Alpha out.